Yeah, what's up guys, Ghost here. So a really quick one today. I just wanted to shine a spotlight on this Reddit post here because this dude has pretty much overhauled the Battlefield 2042 UI and made many improvements to it in the space of one afternoon. And honestly, why DICE couldn't do this themselves, I have no idea. So this was posted on Reddit by a user called IbbyDBDoo, nice name by the way. And I'm going to go through these pictures here and just show you guys how this makes such an improvement to the game. So this is the first one. It's a scoreboard. Pretty simple stuff. It's nothing pretty, but it works. You've got the kills, assists, revives, deaths, score, and then you've got your ping, and it says, you know, for each player, you've got the number in the scoreboard, and then you've got the rank. Just like in the good old days, nothing fancy. You've also got the other one on the right side of the screen there, and I'm sure somewhere if you want to have the squad rankings, we can have that as well. This is the next one, and as you can see, it allows a user to hit Q on somebody who's down in order to inform them that they are on the way to revive them, and the person who is downed then gets an on-screen indication saying that, in this case, PTFO King 123 is coming to revive you. Super simple. I can't imagine it would be that difficult to implement this. I really think DICE should do it. This one again is self-explanatory. This is relating to the options menu. As you'll know, when you have an option enabled in 2042, it turns this blue teal color, and when it's not enabled, it's like a black color, and the colors sort of contrast, but it's not immediately obvious. You know, you have to take a couple of minutes and sort of do a double take or a triple take to figure out exactly how the options menu actually works. This makes it simpler. When there's a color in the background, it's on. When there's no color, it's off. Simple as that. Now this one is a huge one. He's added a lock-on direction and gunner direction for the attack helicopters. At the moment you do get lock-on direction sometimes, but most of the time it doesn't work. You have no idea where the lock-on is coming from. It just shows you that you are indeed locked on, so you don't know if the guy's in front of you, behind you, above you, below you. This one adds a nice, subtle, out-of-the-way indicator that you can see, and just above that we have the direction that your gunner is looking. This has always been in previous Battlefield games. It was in BF3, it was in BF4. I have no idea why it's missing from Battlefield 2042. And for those of you who maybe don't pilot attack helicopters that much, I'll explain why this is important. Let's say you hear your gunner firing, you don't see any enemies. Well, if you look at the indicator and you see that he's facing to the right, you can easily swivel your heli to the right and find where those enemies are. At the moment, with the lack of indicator, you really have no idea where your gunner is firing, so you could be turning completely away from the action instead of towards it. So this is another big one about the customization screen here for the attachments and the weapons. I'm sure I can't be the only one that thinks that this is just really convoluted and a long-winded way of getting what you want on your weapons. You have to go through so many screens and so many clicks, and even once you click on the particular attachment that you want to switch out, you've got all the attachments listed along the bottom of the screen instead of in a nice little grid like this guy here has implemented. This just seems much more simple. There must be a quicker and easier way to put attachments into the plus system, surely. And this one here just basically highlights the fact that you actually can't see your fire mode indicator on the screen, and it's actually covered up by the plus menu icon. I don't even know why that plus menu icon is there. Everybody knows the button or the key that you need to press to bring up the plus menu, so why even have it on screen? You can only actually see the fire mode if you hold, I think if you hold T or you press V on the keyboard. Otherwise, it isn't displayed passively. So if you're running around, you're frantically, you know, using the keyboard, you hit V by accident and switch your weapon to single fire, guess what? You're probably not even going to notice because there's no indication. There's no reason you can't have both of these icons on screen side by side like this guy is showing right here. And then here, the final one, this is the full map, at least what Battlefield 2042 refer to as the full map. And if you guys have used this, maybe many of you don't, I use this a lot. I bind this to tab and it gives you a great overview of the battlefield, but it is an absolute clusterfuck at the moment. You really can't tell. It even took me a while to figure out which icon I was. First I thought I was the green arrow with the little line through it, then I realized that the green arrow with the line through it was the squad leader, and then I was like, oh, I must be the white arrow then. There's really no information on screen telling you which icon you are, you know, there's no key or anything like that. This basically just harkens back to the Battlefield 4 system where you just have a white box around where you are. It's got a little crosshair style around it, so as soon as you open that map, you can immediately identify where you are. I would have thought that would have been the #1 thing with a map. That's what you need to know. You need to know where you are in it. And honestly, DICE have just done an atrocious job. You can tell that it's just a last-minute addition and it hasn't been thought out at all. So I just wanted to, highlight this. I think it just shows really if this guy has managed to make these improvements to this map in an afternoon, and he's just presumably some normal dude out there, he's not even a developer as far as I know, then why haven't DICE implemented this? I know I might get some dislikes for this video and people are going to be like, oh, stop hating on the game. Just let me say that I am having fun with the game, and I wouldn't be making videos like this if I didn't care about the franchise. I sort of feel like people are in two camps at the moment. There are these people who are saying like, oh, the game's fantastic, stop hating on it, I'm having a ton of fun, yeah, there's some bugs, but it's okay. And then there are the other people who are saying it's absolutely terrible. I'm kind of in the middle, like I'm having a lot of fun with the game and I can see the potential, and I think that if DICE play their cards right, this could be a really great Battlefield game in the future, perhaps one that we look back on in years from now and say, hey, remember Battlefield 2042, what a great game that was, right? But only if DICE make the right changes to it. I can still be having fun with the game and care about a game, but also criticize it and want more from the developer who creates that game. And in my opinion, if you see, another content creator out there or just somebody on Reddit or whatever saying that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the game, I'm having fun, and that's all that matters, that person, in my opinion, is either on EA payroll or they just don't care about the game. What do you guys think about this? Leave me your thoughts down below. This might have gotten a little bit long, but, I really just hope DICE are going to make the necessary changes that we need, because I am having fun with the game, like I said, and I just really want it to succeed. I mean, my YouTube channel is directly linked to this game. It's in my interest for it to succeed, so I'm not just making this video to hate or anything like that. Anyway, guys, cheers for watching, as always. I'll see you all in the next one.